So I got reminded of a story tonight about killing a lamb. A friend posted something with a baby lamb, and I said, "Oh, I can smell the photo from here because you can smell lamb smell. If you've ever been around lambs, they smell just fantastic." A friend of ours had a sheep lamb farm about 5 k's away from us when we were kids, and we used to go around there at lambing Christmas time. No, yeah, no, the calves were Christmas time. Can't remember when the lambs were, but we used to go around there for lambing. And one year, the mother died and had 2 babies, and my mum suggested to the farmer Ian that we take the babies back and hand feed them until they're big enough, and then put them back in the thing, which we did. So for a month or so, we had Rosie and Christopher, 2 months maybe, Rosie and Christopher, the lambs, gambling around the garden. We had a big garden, and we used to bottle feed them. And us, the kids, my sister and my sister Katie, and myself. I mean, you can imagine as kids. I mean, it's just great. Bottle feed lambs. So I've got this smell of lamb that brings me back to that time. And it's definitely your smells that take you back the furthest. Anyway, so we hand fed Rosie and Christopher, and gave them back. And obviously, somewhere along the line, they're probably killed and eaten by people. And I love lamb. I think it's my favourite meat that's been raised, definitely. And the best lamb in the world is this little restaurant on a hillside in Mallorca, where there used to be a monastery, and they raise the lambs on the hillside there, on the mountains behind Palma. And all they eat all day long is wild thyme. There's wild thyme growing everywhere. So these things just eat wild thyme from the moment they start eating. And then there's this little restaurant just down from where all these lambs are wandering around that slow cooks them in a fire oven for like 8 hours. It's just off the radar, and all they do with it is potatoes and salad, but that's all you need to do with it. It's just blinding. Anyway, fast forward from Rosie and Christopher, 16, probably 12, 13 years. I'm 20. I'm in Australia working on a sheep station with some friends. The eldest son, came to my school on his year out to teach rugby, to be part of as a sports teacher at my school. And great guy, and always said to me, if ever you come to Australia, come and look us up. So anyway, like many bourgeois kids of my era, I fucked off to Australia for a year. I did my first year of uni, and I was so bored of education, I was sick to death of it, that I needed to work, I needed to get away from it, I needed to do something. So I said to my tutors, if I pass all my first year exams, can I fuck off to Oz for a year? And they were like, yeah, fine, fuck off, come back in a year's time. And that saved my life, I think, because I would have gone totally off the rails, I think, if I'd have stayed at university for 3 years, 4 years, my course in a row straight after school. I was just so over fucking education. I needed to go and do something. So anyway, fucked off to Australia. Got a job as a bellboy in a hotel in the Ritz-Carlton at Macquarie Street in Sydney. Because I had a great reference from a really posh hotel I worked in Frankfurt when I was 17, because my German wasn't up to scratch and I needed to up that. So I worked all summer there, had a great reference from them, and the girl who worked in HR in the Ritz-Carlton in Macquarie Street in Sydney was born about 20 miles away from where I lived in Kent. So I got the job. I worked 3 months there, earned loads of money. Bought myself a 72 Ute Belmont and decided to drive around Australia. At the same time, my old rugby coach had said to me, here we go, we've got about foot rot going through the flock and it's Christmas time. Do you want to come and spend Christmas with us and give us a hand for a month to sort the about foot rot out? I'll try and give you a bit more light so you can, but you don't need to see me, you can look at that. So anyway, I was like, yeah, fuck, that suits me. I don't want to spend Christmas alone, and I don't really need the money. I don't so much in Sydney. I didn't need the money, but I was like, fuck it, a month, you know, working on a farm, proper sheep station in Australia, great. So I drove 5 hours west of Sydney, and spent Christmas with them, helped them turn all the sheep over, get all the sheep back, and I get the foot rot out. And at the same time, when you live on a sheep station in Australia, you are fucking miles away from any shop whatsoever. I mean, guys in the States will know this, so but in Europe it's not like that. So the meat that you eat, you kill yourself, obviously. I mean, and we just ate lamb and lamb and lamb and lamb. I think probably after that stay, I didn't eat lamb for a long time, because it's all we ate. I can remember the dad of the family, whose famous expression was, "That's about as useful as a cunt full of cold water, mate." He, when we got to the neighbour's house for Christmas, because we actually spent Christmas at the neighbour's, said on the way in, "Oh shit, mate, there were 5 turkeys the last time I came, there's only 4 now, so we're not eating fucking lamb for Christmas." And that summed it up. We ate lamb all the time. Anyway, so as we were out one day in the fields sorting out the lambs, with the 3 brothers on the motorbikes with the dogs, one of them said to me, well, it's kind of tradition here, Rich, that the newcomers, the guests, they have to kill the lamb and slaughter it." And I was like, all right. And all I can see in my head is Rosie and Christopher when I'm a kid. So I'm like, fuck, man. But I don't want to like come across as the pom who doesn't know shit and is a faggot and can't do this. So I'm like, yeah, all right then. So then they say, all right, we'll go and pick the lamb. Pick a fat one. So I then have to go and pick the lamb out of the thing that I'm going to kill. So I kind of talking to myself, do it, get it, okay, give me the knife. And I've asked them how to do it beforehand. So you put the point in just behind the ear, in the throat, with the blade out, and you go through to the other side and you rip out, and it's all good and it's done. Okay, cool. So I'm psyching myself up for it. I'm like, right, I can do this. Let's go. They're like, "Oh fuck, mate, I lost the knife." So they then spend a quarter of an hour, well, it's probably maybe 7 or 8 minutes, looking for the fucking knife in the field, while I've got this lamb that I've chosen that I'm about to kill laying in my arms, like Rosie and Christopher used to lay in my arms when I was a kid, but I was feeding them with a bottle, not about to slit their throat. So I'm going through all sorts of like really hard moments. Eventually get the knife done, bollocks, done. It's horrible. And I can remember it's the first thing, apart from you know, I mean, I've done ducks and things like that, but they were already dead. It's the first live thing that actually died in my arms. I can remember thinking, fuck me, blood is really hot, as the blood pissed out this poor thing. Anyway, so I'm kind of like winding down, psyching down on the motorbikes on the way home, and I get home and I'm like, don't need to do that again, but I've done it, I've got through it. And when we're parking the bikes, the guys get off and they go, actually, Rich, it's not a tradition that the newbies here have to do it. It's just that we don't like fucking doing it. So we thought if we could put it on you, that would be great. It's like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers. It really, really was pretty traumatizing. And yes, I'd do it again if I had to do it, but Australian motherfuckers.